everybody, I'm Neha and today I'm going to read a fun story for you all. It's called The Noisy Little Truck. But before I get started with our book, I'm going to tell you all a brain game. So, in this hand I'm going to put like a rock and in the other I'm going to put like this. In the same time, we have to exchange like this. Let's do it 5 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. So let's get started. It was another beautiful day in the quiet little square. Swish, whoosh, the storekeeper swept the steps of her shop. Snipper, snip, the hairdresser busily whizzed with her scissors. Splish, splosh, high on a ladder right at the top, a workman was painting the town hall clock. There was not another sound to be heard, but just then there was a rattle and a rumble and a jangle screech, rum, and everything shivered and shook. "It's an earthquake!" gasped the storekeeper, diving for cover. "An avalanche!" squealed the hairdresser, clutching her curlers. "A disaster!" cried the workman, dropping his paint pot. "Look out below!" But it wasn't an earthquake, or an avalanche, or a disaster. It was... Look out below! Just one little truck, traveling too fast and making much too much noise. The little truck braked with a squeal and a beep. "Important deliveries here for the store. I'll be driving in daily to bring you some more." "Every day?" asked the hairdresser faintly. "We do need deliveries every day," sighed the storekeeper. "What we need," said the painter, "is some warning. Why not come at lunchtime, little truck, when I'm not up my ladder? And a little less speedy, if you please." "No problem," called the cheerful little truck. Next morning, all was quiet in the square. The painter finished the town hall clock and set it going again. Tick-tock. The storekeeper chopped and wrapped and weighed. The hairdresser cut and curled and sprayed. At lunchtime, old Mr. McCrum came out to feed the birds, and everyone else sat down in the sun. But just as the hairdresser poured out her soup, the painter picked up his sandwich and the storekeeper settled down for a snooze. There was a rattle and a rumble and a jangle screech. Beep! The noisy little truck did try to drive with more care, but still everything shivered and shook. The hairdresser's soup was spilled with a gloop. The painter's sandwich dropped with a plop. "Oh no!" And the storekeeper fell off her chair. "Not again!" The little truck parked. "Was that better?" he asked. The storekeeper started. "Let me put it like this. I've been shampooed with soup," screeched the hairdresser, dripping. "I've pilcharred my paint," moaned the workman, fishing. The little truck thought, "I have a brilliant idea. I'll come at a time when no one is here." Next day, the square was quiet and still. No sandwiches jumped and no soup was spilled. But when everyone was tucked up in bed at the very quietest time of the night, there was a rattle and a rumble and a jangle beep, and though it was quieter than during the day, still lots of things shivered and shook. Old Mr. McCrum tumbled to bump out of bed. The painter's whole family woke up and said, "What was that?" And the storekeeper opened her door with a crash. "If that's you-know-who, it's not funny," she called. "I'm going to sort this out once and for all." So down in the square, in some very strange clothes, everyone gathered to grumble and groan. "I'm sorry, sorry to say, all my pigeons have gone, said old Mr. Medcrum. Something must be done. The hairdresser agreed. I am driving more slowly, said the noisy little truck sadly. I can't help some rumbling. I'm a truck after all. It was hard to be cross with the poor little truck. It can't really be easy with a big heavy load, agreed Mr. Medcrum. Then the painter's small daughter had her own bright idea. She stood on her tiptoes to reach her dad's ear. She whispered. He listened. The whisper went round, and so did a smile as big as the town. For the rest of the night, not a sound could be heard except for some snoring and the homecoming birds. Then just as the sun slipped into the sky, there was a rattle and a rumble and a beep beepity beep. At once the whole town was awake. Well done, little truck, they all came out to say. Now we'll never be late to start each new day.